Good morning, students. Welcome back to the English class. I'm your English teacher, Miss Rachna Chandarana, and today we are going to continue with another learning video of English. In the two previous videos, we learnt about present tense. In the first video, we learnt about simple present tense, and in the second video, we learnt about present continuous tense. I hope you have done all the exercises from A to F in your everyday English grammar and composition. With yesterday's video, we came to the end of the grammar syllabus of our Term 1 exam. We have also finished the English literature syllabus for this term. Today, we are going to do another learning video, and this time we are going to learn about the skills. And the skill that we are going to take up today is reading comprehension. So let's get started. Children, when we learn the English language, there are 4 types of skills that we have to learn. In short, we call it LSRW. I'm sure you must have heard this term before. If not, let me tell you. LSRW is the short form for the different types of skills that we learn in English language. L stands for listening skills. S stands for speaking skills. R stands for reading skills. And W stands for writing skills. Now, if you remember, we have already done 3 topics for listening skills. For speaking skills, we are going to have the recitation competition very soon. For reading skills, we have done a reading comprehension previously, and the video is already there on ERP. And for writing skills, we have done picture composition. Today, we are going to take up reading skills. Reading skills means reading comprehension. So what is reading comprehension? Reading comprehension means carefully reading some given text, understanding its meaning, and answering some questions based on the given text. Now children, this means that we are given a text. The text can be a story, a poem, a short story, or just an informative passage. We have to carefully read that text. We have to try and understand the meaning of that text. We have to try and comprehend the text. And then we have to answer certain questions that are based on the text that is given to us. This is simply what we call reading comprehension. Now let us see a few steps that we have to follow for a reading comprehension. Step 1. Read the text carefully. The text could be a poem, a story, or a passage. Step 2 is try to look for important characters, incidents, ideas, thoughts, and words in the passage and try to understand them. Step 3 is read the questions carefully. Step 4 is read the text again. The text, as I said, could be a story, a poem, or a passage. Step 5 is answer the questions in your own words. And 6th step is check if your answers are in complete and meaningful sentences. So children, this is how we do a reading comprehension. When we get a passage, we have to read it very, very carefully. And then we have to look for the important things in the passage. It could be the characters or the incident or the ideas and thoughts and words in the passage. And we should try and understand these. Once you read the passage carefully, then you should read the questions carefully. When you read the questions, you exactly know from where you have to look for the answers. So after you read the questions, you should read the text once again. And when you are reading, the reading should be very, very careful. After you read the passage again, then you have to try and answer the questions in your own words. And after you answer the questions, you should check your answers if your answers are in complete and meaningful sentences. So this is how we do a reading comprehension. Today, we are going to take up a reading comprehension from your everyday English grammar and composition. This comprehension is called Birbal Visits Persia, and it is on page number 61 in your book. So I would want you to refer to your book and open page number 61. As I read the passage for you, I want you to read it along with me, or at least have your finger on the words that I'm reading out for you. Listen to it very, very carefully. Then you can pause the video and try and read the passage on your own. So let's get going with the comprehension. I hope you're ready. As the name suggests, Birbal visits Persia. I'm sure you have understood that the story is about Birbal, and I hope you all know who Birbal is. Birbal was a minister from Akbar's court, and I'm sure you all know that Akbar was a very famous ruler and emperor of India. So let's get started with the comprehension. Emperor Akbar was greatly respected by the rulers and people of other countries. Ambassadors visited his kingdom, and he too sent his ministers on foreign missions. Once the Shah of Persia requested Akbar to send him Birbal, the wise and witty minister in Akbar's court. This pleased Akbar, and he sent Birbal. The Shah of Persia had heard a lot about the wisdom of Birbal, and he decided to test him. When Birbal reached Persia, he was given a splendid reception. A meeting was fixed with the Shah. On the appointed day, Birbal was escorted to the palace. He noticed a strange sight and realized that he was being tested. Now children, this passage is about Birbal, who was a very clever, intelligent and a witty minister in Akbar's court. And this passage says that Emperor Akbar was greatly respected by all the fellow rulers and all the other people of other countries. He had sent ambassadors to other countries to visit their country, and he also welcomed ambassadors from other countries. Ambassadors are government people who represent a country. So once the Shah of Persia had requested Akbar to send Birbal to his court. With this invitation, Akbar was very, very happy. So he sent Birbal to his court. The Shah of Persia had heard a lot about Birbal and his cleverness and wisdom. So he decided that he will find out himself by a test. So when Birbal reached Persia, he was given a splendid reception, and a meeting was fixed with the Shah. Shah is the ruler of Persia basically. On the day of the appointment, Birbal was taken to the palace. Escorted means taken. He was accompanied by a person for protection. So he was taken to the palace, and there Birbal noticed a very strange sight, because there was a setup, because he was going to be tested, and Birbal understood this. So let us see what happens next. He saw that there was not one throne, but 5. On these sat 5 Shahs in great style. Their faces were similar, and they were all wearing similar clothes. He walked confidently to where the Shah sat. As he walked, he observed them carefully. He reached the throne and bowed before one of them. Everyone was amazed. The man before whom Birbal had bowed was indeed the real Shah. Nobody had a clue as to how Birbal had been able to arrive at the truth, so he was asked to explain. He replied that he had observed that the other 4 men appeared nervous. They kept looking at the Shah and tried to imitate his moves. The Shah, on the other hand, looked relaxed. Thus Birbal won everyone's admiration with his wisdom. So children, in this part we see that when Birbal went ahead and met the Shah, he saw there were 5 thrones instead of 1 throne. And on these thrones sat 5 Shahs instead of 1 Shah. So he was very confused initially, but then he walked close to them. He saw them very carefully. He saw they were all wearing similar clothes, and they were all sitting in great style. They were all having similar actions and gestures. So he started observing them very carefully. Then he went in front of one throne and he bowed his head in front of that person. Everybody was amazed, because that person in front of whom Birbal bowed down was actually the real Shah. Everybody had no clue how Birbal came to this conclusion. So Birbal was asked to explain. So then Birbal explained to everyone that all the other 4 men, the impostors, were actually very nervous, and they were all looking at the real Shah and they were trying to copy him. Imitate him means copy him. And then he realized who the real Shah was, and he bowed down in front of the real Shah. With this, he passed the test, and everybody in the court was impressed with Birbal, including the Shah, and they all admired his wisdom. So children, this is how we are going to read the passage and try to understand the passage. Whenever you get a reading comprehension, make sure that you read the passage at least twice to understand it better. In this video, I am learning the passage for you once, but you should read the passage twice. Now let us go ahead and see the questions. Now turn to the next page, that is page number 62. If you notice, there are 3 exercises, exercise A, B and C. Now exercise B and C are very simple. There are objective questions, so we can do it in the book itself. But exercise A has to be done in your English CW, because that is answer the following question, and we do not have much space to write our answers. So we are going to write the answers in our CW. I want you to take out a fresh page in your CW and make the heading as reading comprehension. Write today's date, then leave a line and write the topic, that is Birbal visits Persia. Then leave a line, write A in the margin and write answer the following questions. After you write that, then you can start doing your work. You will leave a line, copy the question, and then leave a line and write the answer. Same way you're going to continue for 2, 3, 4 and 5. So let's get started with number 1. Let us read number 1 first. What did the Shah of Persia request? Now, if you turn the page and look at the passage carefully, you will find the answer there. I would want you to try and do it yourself first. In case you can't, here is the answer for you. The answer is the Shah of Persia requested Akbar to send Birbal to Persia to meet him. So you are going to copy the question, leave a line, copy the answer and leave a line. Then let us see number 2. The second question is, what had the Shah heard about Birbal and what did he plan? Let us see the answer now. The answer is, the Shah of Persia had heard a lot about the wisdom of Birbal and he decided to test him. Copy the second question in your CW, leave a line and copy the answer. Then leave a line again. Let us see question number 3 now. Why was Birbal not confused? The answer for this one is, Birbal was not confused because out of the 5 Shahs sitting on the thrones, only one looked relaxed and confident. The other 4 men appeared nervous. The fourth question is, how did he know who the real Shah was? The answer for this one is, he knew who the real Shah was by observing that the other 4 men appeared nervous and they kept looking at the Shah and tried to imitate his moves. The Shah, on the other hand, looked relaxed. Now let us see the last one. How did Birbal win everyone's heart? The answer is, Birbal won everyone's heart with his wisdom. So children, this is how we do the question and answer for the comprehension, and I want you to write down all these questions and their answers in your CW. And remember, the other 2 exercises, that is B and C, are to be done in the book itself. So after you finish your work, please click a picture and post it on ERP. Now let us see what exercise B is telling us to do. Find out the words in the story that have the same meaning as the following. Now children, we have got 5 meanings here. We just have to find out the words from the passage. So try to turn the page and try to do this exercise on your own. It's very easy. In case you can't do it, here are the answers for you. The first meaning given to us is nations. It means countries. The second meaning says representative of one country to another. This means ambassador. Number 3 is to be accompanied by a person for protection. And if you look carefully in the passage, the word is escorted. Number 4 is grand, which means splendid. And the last one is the chair where a king sits, and this word is throne. So children, the answers is countries, that is COUNTRIES. The second one is ambassador, that is AMBASSADOR. The third one is escorted, that is ESCORTED. The fourth one is splendid, that is Splendid, and the last one is throne, that is Throne. Now please be very careful with the spellings and copy correct spellings in your book. As I told you earlier, you can do this exercise in the grammar book itself on page number 62. Let us see exercise C. It says, tick the correct answer. I'm sure this one is very, very easy for you. Let's go ahead and do it. Birbal went as an ambassador to, there are three options given to us. First option is Persia, second option is Iraq, and the third option given to us is Abu Dhabi. I'm sure you all know this one, isn't it? It is given in the title of the story itself. The correct answer is Persia. Okay, let us see number 2 now. Birbal was, the options are wise, crazy, foolish. Do you know the correct answer for this one? Yes, the correct answer is wise. That was very easy, wasn't it? Okay, let us see number 3. Birbal saw, the options are 5 Shahs wearing similar clothes, 4 Shahs without crowns, 5 Shahs laughing and greeting him. The correct answer is 5 Shahs wearing similar clothes. Number 4 is Birbal bowed before, the options are all of them and one of them. The correct answer is one of them. Now let us see the last one, that is number 5. The real Shah was, the options are nervous, relaxed, and imitating others. The correct answer is relaxed. So with this, we come to the end of all the 3 exercises. Remember, exercise A is to be done in your CW, while exercise B and C are to be done here in your Everyday English Grammar and Composition book on page number 62. Children, I hope all of you have understood how to do a reading comprehension by now. It is very, very simple. All you need to do is read the passage carefully, then read the questions, then read the passage once again and try and understand it properly. Then try and answer the questions in your own words. In the end, check if your answers are in meaningful and complete sentences. With this, we come to the end of today's learning video. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you are at home, safe with your family. Please subscribe to the channel Rachna Chandarana on YouTube for more English videos. This is me, your English teacher, Miss Rachna Chandarana, signing off. Bye-bye.